February 2020 Planetary Transits for Cancer and Cancer Rising. This is an equal house chart set up for 0 degrees Cancer on the ascendant, Eastern Standard Time, New York. We begin February 1st, 2020, with 3 planets in Capricorn in the 7th house sector. Jupiter at 13 degrees, Saturn at 25 degrees, and Pluto at 23 degrees of Capricorn. The Sun is placed in the 8th house at 11 degrees of Aquarius, along with the planet Mercury at 26 degrees. In the 6th house, we have the planet Mars at 19 degrees of Sagittarius. Venus is placed at 22 degrees of Pisces in the 9th house sector, along with the planet Neptune at 17 degrees. Uranus is at 2 degrees of Taurus in the 11th house, in conjunction with the Moon, also at 2 degrees. On February 16th, the planet Mercury will turn retrograde at 12 degrees of Pisces, 53 minutes. Overview. February of 2020 is characterized by a predominance of planetary sextile aspects in space, specifically the 60-degree angle. This harmonious energy favors all levels of communication and relationships with those in your day-to-day environment. If you work to improve those relationships, new opportunities may be presented to you. On February 1st or 2nd, depending on your location, Venus sextile Pluto between houses 9 and 7 could bring the opportunity to heal any disharmony that has recently developed with a partner or close associate. February 3rd brings a Venus sextile Saturn energy between houses 9 and 7, favoring business relationships. With the 9th house of legalities and the 7th house of partnerships being harmoniously activated over the first 3 days of February, discussing business concerns with partners will yield results. The 60-degree planetary angle makes it easier to communicate and iron out differences and issues between you. On February 3rd, the planet Mercury moves into Pisces and the 9th house sector. Mercury sextile Uranus on February 5th between houses 9 and 11 favors getting in touch with friends, both local and international, to share new ideas and seek innovative, progressive solutions to problems you share. Brainstorming with a group you work with is also favored. On February 7th, Venus enters the sign of Aries and moves into the 10th house sector. February 9th brings the full moon, 2:34 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, at 20 degrees of Leo in opposition to the Sun, at 20 degrees of Aquarius, spanning houses 2 and 8, highlighting both personal and joint finances, as well as the difference between what you value in life versus the values of other people. If any conflict arises on February 8th or 9th concerning these issues, the trine from Mars will help to smooth over the tensions and find practical solutions, making this an easier full moon to navigate than usual. On February 16th, Mars enters Capricorn and moves into the 7th house sector. Also, the planet Mercury turns retrograde at 12 degrees of Pisces, 53 minutes in the 9th house. On February 18th at 11:56 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, the Sun enters Pisces and moves into the ninth house. Jupiter makes a sextile aspect to Neptune on February 20th between houses 7 and 9. This is a spiritual and idealistic influence that can motivate you to help others who are less fortunate. On another level, this energy could bring a relationship opportunity with someone at a distance or a foreigner. Another manifestation of this beneficial vibration is to draw into your life a spiritual teacher who helps to expand your understanding. It also favors legalities. Mars trine Uranus on February 21st between houses 7 and 11 is a high-energy social vibration excellent for meeting new people and making new contacts, both business and personal. Take a break from the usual routine and do something different with friends and partners to keep your life interesting and alive. Under Uranus, opportunity arises off the beaten track. February 23rd brings the new moon at 4 degrees of Pisces, 10:33 a.m. Eastern Standard Time in the ninth house, highlighting travel, spiritual or metaphysical interests, international connections, or legalities over the month ahead. This new moon makes a sextile aspect to Mars in the 7th and Uranus in the 11th, bringing opportunities for new friends and new partners as your social connections are likely to expand. Reach out over the next 4 weeks. Don't withdraw or go it alone. Also, on February 23rd, under Venus square Jupiter between houses 10 and 7, socialize with partners and have some fun. On another level, Jupiter's tendency to go overboard and be self-indulgent could see you overspending or overeating and then regretting it later. With little restraint, this energy can bring an emotional healing, an optimistic frame of mind, and a day of feeling good in the presence of those who care. Sun sextile Mars will be in effect on February 24th between houses 9 and 7. This planetary combination bestows an energetic drive and gives you the ability to get a great deal of work done. It also brings the opportunity to make a favorable impression on others, either in your personal life or for business purposes. February 25th brings Mercury conjunct the Sun in the ninth house, perfect for getting through a backlog of paperwork, phone calls, and emails. This energy stimulates your ability to learn and comprehend, excellent for those engaged in writing and studying. Under Venus square Pluto on February 28th, between houses 10 and 7, avoid power struggles with partners, both business and personal. They may present you with changes that you have no desire to accommodate, or vice versa. Flexibility is required today in all your relationships.